Hello? Are you in there?
Yes, my son. How long has it been since your last confession?
I was here on Wednesday, do you remember? It's me, Jeremy.
It goes, it's been a week since my last confession.
Oh, you want me to say the line?
Yes, my child.
Child? No, it's me, Jeremy.
Listen, Jeremy, let's just get on with it. Repeat after me. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
I'm sure you have. As the church knows, we do not approve of your relations with
What? I'm not here to talk about my boyfriend, Father.
Oh, it's another fella, is it?
No.
Listen, spare me the details.
Father.
I thought I knew everything.
Father, I'm here to talk about...
Ah, yes, of course. Being a Protestant has finally gotten to you, has it?
Father, I'm here to talk about, you know...
I'm not a mind reader, Jeremy. How am I supposed to know what you're here to talk about?
I'm here to talk about the match.
The inter-county final? What about it?
Fixing it, how we fixed it.
There was no we in it, Jeremy.
I fixed it on your request.
On the Lord's request.
Whichever way you want to put it, whatever way you want to say it, it's done now.
Yes. And a great job of fixing the match it was.
Yes. Podrick played his role perfectly. He missed every shot that he took, but it is done now.
Yes. Podrick did a fine job. He even missed that last penalty. It was an excellent performance.
Well, I'm glad you think so, because nobody else in Ballymac seems to think so. They are not happy with me right now. The whole reason why I took on the role of coach was to try and integrate better into this town.
Yeah, well, that's because you're a Brit.
Yes, Father, being a gay Englishman in a small Irish town is difficult enough as it is. I'm trying so hard to be a good men's camogie coach, and I don't even know the first thing about the GAA.
Clearly, it's pronounced hurling.
Look, Father, we're done now. The sun has set on this British umpire.
But you're the coach. Look, Jeremy, what you did was best for the parish.
Well, I'm not convinced of that, Father, but we're done. I did my part. I did my agreement. I held up my end of it. I fixed the match so you could pay for the roof with your winnings.
You fixed the match because it was what the Lord asked of you. And he has more to ask, Jeremy.
No, Father, I held up my end of the agreement. I've done things you've made me terribly uncomfortable with.
You're very well versed in doing things you're not comfortable with. I don't make you do them.
I don't appreciate comments like that coming from you, Father. But like I said, I did my part, and we're done now. Can we agree that we're done now?
We most definitely cannot agree that we are done now. Did you see that roof when you came in?
I did, Father.
Those loose slates.
I did, Father.
Did you see how bad they've gotten?
I did, Father.
Those loose slates that could come loose and fall and strike a parishioner on the head, or even cause an onslaught of fatal injuries upon this very congregation. Is that what you want, Jeremy?
Look, well, I'm not saying that's okay, but my part of the agreement was to fix the match, and I've done that.
Do you want me to keep your confession between these four walls or not?
Father, is confession not sacrosanct?
Jeremy, Father O'Rourke. Huh? One of those new caller ID, do you? Listen, I'm ringing to call about my winnings. I believe it was the sum of £2,223. What do you mean suspicious? There's nothing suspicious about how the Lord works. Well, I don't know if he had anything to do with how the boys played, but it was divine intervention that led me to betting on the opposing team. Oh, come on now, Gaffigan. Nobody likes a sore loser. No, I'm not putting it all back on some donkey derby. Listen, you'll have that for me in cash, will you? Come in the back way. Come in.
Come here to me, Cathal. I have a few questions for you.
I believe it starts, forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
Oh, come on. Come on now, Cathal. We're not past all of that shite.
So it's not confession you're here for, then?
Enough of this. No, I have a few items of business. First on the list, the fly tipping outside of Esso.
I was Bubba Boland. He was in here the other day getting that one off his chest.
Bubba Boland, yeah, of course, right. The Top Chef magazines that went missing from the quick shop.
Well, I can't say for certain. But if I was a betting man, and you know I'm not, I would put my money on young O'Riordan, the bloody filth he does be telling me in here.
Oh, and thanks for the tip-off on his old one, Mary Reardon stealing those kegs from outside of Mulligan's. I found them buried in her back garden. They're a lost cause, that lot.
There are no lost causes in the eyes of the Lord.
Oh, yeah, very good of him. The match on Sunday.
The match? What about it?
Nah, don't be playing cute with me now. You were there too, front and centre.
Ah, yes. The inter-county final. Tragic defeat for the parish.
Tragic? It was a fucking... Sorry, Father, it was a terrible performance. My young fella Patrick has never played that badly in his entire life.
Padraig? Did he play that badly, yeah?
Ah, would you stop? We would have been better off with a dead badger out there.
Well, it's probably down to his dog going missing, so.
Oh, yes, the dog. Have you heard anything about our dog?
I'm afraid not, Malachy. I'm under the impression there's no malice here, just another missing dog is all.
10 years with us, and he just ups and leaves. I don't think so, Father. And besides, look, it didn't affect him in the semi-finals.
Well, he's probably just upset about your new romantic relationship.
We've been together for 2 years, Father. Come on.
Nerves, then. You know how nerves can affect people in the big game?
Nerves me whole. He's been acting suspicious all week.
Right. What exactly are you just trying to suggest here, Malachy?
I'll say it to you clear as day. I think someone's after fixing the under-11s inter-county final. And they bribed my son to play like a gobshite. I was in his room the other day, and I found a brand new state-of-the-art Sony Discman player tucked in behind his bedside locker. That's where he keeps things that he doesn't want me to know about, but I'm a fucking guard, of course I know about it.
You know, I believe a young person's bedroom is a very private space, and I believe that privacy should be respected.
Yeah, you're big into privacy. Now, have you heard anything? Have you heard anything in here about it?
Confession is sacrosanct. It can't be given out that kind of information.
Right, it comes and goes then, does it?
Well, I've heard nothing, and you'd want to be some idiot to be fiddling with kids hurling.
Well, we both know that Ballymac is full of big idiots.
Well, I'm sorry, Malachy, I can't help you with any of this. And you know, I do actually have real parishioners with actual confessions to be doing. So if you don't mind, we'll settle up. Now, your penance. There was the fly tipping, the top shelf magazines. Let's call it 3 Hail Marys and an Our Father.
£70? Jesus Christ, all right. What's that in the newfangled money? €90? I'll leave it tucked in here underneath the thingamajigger there.
Forgive you, Father, for I have sinned.
Forgive me!
That's okay. Do you want to go first?
Listen, Jeremy, I don't have time for this shite. What are you looking for?
Everyone is watching me, Father. It's like they know I've been up to something.
They don't know anything. You're just being paranoid.
No, Father, they know I know.
They don't know anything.
No, they know something. I know they know.
All right, shut up. You're giving me a headache with all this. They know, you know, I know shite. You're letting their imagination run.
No, I'm not, Father. I know they know that I've been up to something.
Well, you have been up to something.
Here's something you put me up to.
I merely asked you to do a favour on behalf of the Lord.
There wasn't much asking. It demanded. It's more like it.
You know you have the choice to walk away from this if you want, Jeremy.
I'm gonna have to come clean, Father. I have to tell someone. If it doesn't come out at home, I'll come out somewhere else.
You're not coming clean. Are you mad? In this small town, they'll run you out.
Maybe I'll tell them it was all you're doing.
Uh-huh. Who are they going to believe, Jeremy? Me, their beloved parish priest, a pillar of this community, God's own disciple? Or you, a constant reminder of 800 years of oppression? Not to mention, not everyone in this town is as flexible when it comes to your inclinations.
I'm a cheat, and I'm a murderer, Father.
Yeah, well, that's not going to help you either.
I've got blood on my hands. I even tried bloody confession, and look at the mess that I'm in now. You promised me that if I fixed the match, then you'd fix this, and I did that, and you haven't fixed anything. It's my conscience.
I'm putting it straight with the Lord. Now, you came to me, Jeremy, with a mortal sin, and I have given you a way out. There's a lot more work to be doing before you're square with the Lord.
Father, they'll notice the car. Someone will notice it.
No one's noticed the dents in that old bank.
Oh, yes, they will, Father. Nothing goes unnoticed in this small town of Ballymac.
If anyone asks, you just stick to your cover story and you'll be fine.
They won't believe I hit a deer. When was the last time you even saw a deer around here? They'll work out it was me. They'll know I hit old Benson.
Listen, if
They'll know I killed him.
Listen, Jeremy, if you want to keep your reputation in this town, you'll do as you're told and keep your story straight. And then, when the Lord is done with you, he will clear your conscience. Until then, we have a bit of business. Now, why don't you tell me where exactly you got this into your head? Has Malachy been at you?
No, why would you even ask that? I haven't seen Malachy all day.
I was in here earlier, sniffing about. Seems to have gotten the impression that not everything was on the level with the match.
Oh, Christ! Sorry! Okay, what would you do first? Has he launched an official investigation yet?
Oh, no, nothing like that. He just has one of his suspicions. You know what he's like?
Oh, you and I both know he is one damn fine detective. Didn't he solve the case of who was stealing kegs outside Mulligan's just with his own suspicions? We have cause to be worried.
No. That was just a case of Mary O'Riordan's loose lips. The top cop he is not. You just keep your mouth shut and we'll be golden. Mother of Mary, I'm doing it for the roof.
Well, Cathal. Do I have a revelation for you? The revelation of Malachy the Divine.
A revelation. Have you finally found God?
Ah, come on now. You know I don't go in for any of that shite. And I already told you not to be cute with me.
You know, Malachy, this is confession twice in 1 week. That must have been some revelation you had.
Well, I was home last night talking to my son Padraig about the disc man in his room, and he spilled the beans. He threw the match in exchange for a bribe.
You're not serious.
I'm deadly serious, Cathal.
Will you send him to me and I'll put him straight with the Lord?
Alright, no, listen. If anyone's going to be putting him straight, it's me. I don't need the Lord's help there. Now come on, give me a hand. Has anyone in here been saying anything about it? You won't tell me who put him up to it.
And have you discussed this with your,
You mean my boyfriend, Father? Of 2 years? Yes, of course I've talked to Jeremy about it, but... He's only the coach, he hasn't a clue about Ga.
Yeah, well, I've heard nothing about it. I've heard nothing about any winnings or with Gaffigan or the bookies or whatever, so...
Gaffigan? What's that about Gaffigan?
Nothing. Just, presumably somebody was to fix the match, it'd be to make winnings with the bookies.
Of course. Good thinking, Father. Why didn't I think of that?
No, you're missing the point here. There was no match fixing scandal, all right?
Classic Gaffigan.
If there was, I would have heard about it, surely. One of these fools from the parish would have told me they're only mad to get their conscience cleared with the Lord. Anyway, let's be perfectly frank here. I'm sure you forced a confession out of poor old Patrick.
Are you telling me how to do my job, Father?
Are you telling me how to do my job, guard?
Well, I would hope that a decent, law-abiding, moral, upstanding citizen like yourself would want to keep this town clear of crime and sin. And if you hear anything about anybody committing any kind of crime, then I hope you would report it to the proper authorities.
And I presume by the proper authorities you mean yourself.
Well, no other guard in this town is worth his salt. Or pays your money.
Fuck me, Father! I've sinned! I've killed him! I can't keep it to myself! I knew people were onto me and Malachy just won't let up! He keeps talking non-stop and it's only a matter of time until I let something slip. I can't keep lying to you and be about to hit a run on the match fixing something's gonna give.
Carry on, my son.
Malachy keeps asking me point blank what I know about Warwick during the match, and then he went and found the testament, and he's like a dog with a bone. He's been asking you about the dents in the car as well.
Carry on, my son.
I mean, I disposed of the body and I got rid of any of the evidence without talking about it. Shit, if he keeps on pushing me, I'm going to collapse under the pressure. I'm going to have to tell him.
Have you gotten that all off your chest now?
I think so, Father.
Good. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to man the fuck up. You've done what you did, and there's no point crying about it. Old Benson is in a better place now, for sure. Anyway, you're still here, so quit your moaning. You have a lot more work to be doing before you're square with the Lord.
Is this ever going to end? What else do I have to do to make this square?
Well, it took you so bloody long to fix a simple bloody under-11s match that the roof has actually gotten worse. There's a whole family of pigeons up on the rafters I have to deal with now.
Oh no! Are they okay?
What? No, you're missing the point. Do you know how expensive it is to hire an exterminator to kill not just one pigeon, but an entire family?
To kill them?
Yes, it's very bloody expensive, Jeremy.
I can't take another life, Father. I just won't do it.
Jesus Christ, no, I wouldn't ask you to do that. You'd only fuck it up. I'd get a professional in to do that. You'd make the roof look like it had stigmata.
What more could I possibly do?
Well, there's still the under sevens final. Jimmy, it's Father O'Rourke. Yeah, I'm just after seeing that quote you gave me for the roof. You seem to be having a little joke at the Lord's expense. And where do you expect the church to get that kind of money, huh? I suppose you expect me to take up gambling. Why don't you just come in here and take it out of the collection box? Take a swig at the wine while you're at it, huh? And listen, wasn't I only baptizing your little bastard there about 2 weeks ago, huh? We agreed on a grand deal. 1100. $11.50, that's my final. All right, 1200, or I'll go to your brother at Moore and I get a better quote from him. All right, 1250. But you invoice me for 2200. I want to square it with the tax man. Goodbye.
I'm here for a confession, Father.
A confession? Well, that's a first from you, Malachy.
No, it's not my confession I'm here for. It's yours.
All right, Malachy, what's this carry on?
Don't start playing smart with me, Father. You know full well what I'm here about.
As I've already told you, I haven't heard anything about any match-fixing scandals or missing dogs. So unless you actually have a confession, you best be on your way.
What did I tell you about being cute with me?
I'm not being cute with you. I'm just a very busy man. There are a lot of sins in this town, Malachy.
Yeah, and there's a lot of sins in this confession box. I bumped into the builders on the way in, getting some work done, are you, Father?
Yes, well, we're finally getting the roof fixed.
Oh, the roof! Oh, you miraculously found some money for the roof, did you?
Yes, we had a very generous windfall in the collection this week.
A windfall in the collection. Well, that's odd. Considering everyone in the town lost all their money on the under-11s inter-county final. Everyone except you. I had that conversation with Gavigan like you suggested.
Yes, it's true. I made some winnings. No need to launch an official investigation over it. It was only a few quid in it.
£2,223.
Fucking Gaffigan, there's nothing private.
Betting against your own parish, Father.
Listen, I'll tell you exactly what I told Gaffigan. That the Lord told me that for the good of the parish, I was to bet against Ballymac.
Oh, he does move in mysterious ways. Was it the Lord that had you put Jeremy up to bribing my son?
What is this nonsense?
And was it divine intervention that stopped Padraig from scoring a single point in the entire game?
And where did you get this idea into your head?
I got this idea into my head from Jeremy. He caved last night and told me everything. You put him up to the whole thing. He just started unloading at the dinner table. I can't believe my own boyfriend was up to all this kinds of shenanigans behind my back. And that's not a euphemism for anything.
Well, there we have it. Case closed. You're a real top cop, Malachy. A regular Tom Selleck. I presume you'll be buying a Ferrari one of these days, huh?
Not on these roads.
And I presume that you don't need my help solving the town's crimes anymore.
I don't need your help anymore. You're right there.
And Jeremy told you everything, huh?
He did. Sang like a bird.
Everything he knows now.
I could tell you the serial numbers on the notes that Jeremy gave to Patrick.
Every detail, nothing left out.
What are you getting at here?
Well, I just presume he's told you about the dog.
The dog?
Yeah, the old mutt, what was his name? Bronson.
Benson! Jeremy knows something about Benson.
Oh, yeah. Seems he wasn't telling you everything, Malachy.
Well, out with it then. What does he know? Did Jeremy find Benson?
Oh, he did indeed. About 3 weeks ago, he found her under the wheel of his Ford Mondeo. Now, for your penance, that'll be 2 decades of the rosary.